Hi everyone, this is Mer and welcome to Mariah Shares. Today pag-uusapan natin kung paano nga ba malalaman kung tama ang desisyon na ginawa natin or gagawin natin or pipiliin natin. I think yun naman yung typical question natin when it comes to decision making. So gusto nating malaman kung tama ba ito or hindi. So if you are that one who is struggling in decision making and you want to know kung paano nga ba natin masasabing tama iyon o hindi? Just keep on watching. So, how to know if you're making the right decision or you're making the right one? So, I have here 3 points para malaman yan. Let's start with number 3. Number 3, you must have peace. Peace of mind, peace in your heart. Importante yon. Let me tell you my story. Ang course ko nung college ay Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. When I was in my 3rd and 4th year, nakaset na yung isip ko na hindi ako magtuturo and gusto ko magtrabaho sa call center. So, nung nag-graduate na kami, together with my classmates, my friends, nag-apply kami sa call centers. So, napakadami naming in-applyan, pero laging hindi kami nakakapasa. I remember lagi kong prayer noon, Lord, please, sana makapasa na ako, sana makapasok na kami sa call center, sana po ituro nyo kung saan kami mag-a-apply. Frustrating, nakakapagod, nandun yung pressure kasi gusto mo na nga magkaroon ng trabaho, diba? And dun sa buong journey ko, wala talaga akong peace of mind. Lagi ako nag-overthink, ang dami kong mga frustrations, pero alam ko sa sarili ko na yun talaga yung gusto ko. But in the end, sabi ko, hindi talaga ata para sa akin yung call center. Hindi siguro ako para doon. Then I realized that my prayer that time, that God would approve my plan for myself and not actually asking for His plan for me. For 2 months, ang gulo ng isip ko, hindi ako nakakatulog ng maayos, sobrang busy sa paghahanap ng trabaho, and I never really had that peace in my heart and in my mind. And so, itinigil ko na. You know, there are certain attitudes that can destroy the peace of God. When we equate trust with the assumption that God will give us whatever we want, we set ourselves up for disappointment. And when we insist on being in control, we sabotage God's desire to let us live in peace. Okay, number 2, you must have your parents' approval, or even your leaders, your pastors. Going back to my story, dahil nga education yung kinuha kong course, so expected na sa akin ng mga tao and even my parents na magtuturo ako. Pero hindi talaga yun yung gusto ko. Kaya nung mga panahon na nag-a-apply ako, nararamdaman ko talaga at naririnig ko from my mother na ayaw niya na pumasok ako sa call center and gusto niya na magturo ako. Nung tumigil na ako sa pag-a-apply sa call center, nakapasok naman ako sa isang agency na may tutorial center for Koreans. So, there, nagtuturo kami ng mga basic English, grammar sa mga Koreans, yung mga nagbabakasyon dito, and yung mga nag-aaral dito. Madali lang naman kasi basic nga lang yung ituturo, pero hindi stable yung income kasi kung wala kang student, wala ka ring sahod. Tapos kapag sumasahod ka, may cut pa yung agency. Okay naman at first, pero dun sa almost 5 months ko na pagtatrabaho dun, pumapasok ako na puro worries. Pumapasok ako na ang dami kong inaalala na parang minsan pag naglalakad ako or nasa sasakyan ako, ang dami-dami kong iniisip. You know, for that entire period, hindi ko naramdaman yung satisfaction, yung peace, yung assurance, ganon. And then I asked God, sabi ko, Lord, ito ba talaga yung gusto mo para sa akin? Ito ba talaga yung work na gusto mo for me? So, habang tumatagal, mas nagiging malinaw sa akin na kailangan ko nang mag-quit. And so, nag-pray ako ulit. Sabi ko, Lord, kung hindi ito yung work or yung trabaho na para sa akin, make way para makaalis na ako dito. Until one day, nagising na lang ako na I have this heavy feeling And then, wala akong balak pumasok kasi tinatamad ako. Pero pinilit ko pa rin. And habang nag-aabang ako ng bus, na parang nagbibilang ako ng bus, ay pagsakay ko, wala pang 20 minutes, nangyari yung isang bagay na hindi ko makakalimutan. Nabangga yung bus na sinasakyan ko. Na-hospital kami. I had a linear fracture sa ilong, and then meron akong crack dito sa malapit sa kilay ko, and yung sinus ko ay napuno ng dugo, and I had to undergo to operation para matanggal yung dugo dito. The whole process was not easy. May mga times na umiiyak ako sa gabi, and then I realized that it was God's way of telling me that it's enough. Hindi ako nagalit sa Kanya. Instead, sinabi ko, Lord, sorry kasi pinagpipilitan ko yung isang bagay na hindi mo naman gusto para sa akin. And so I ended up here. I was too focused on myself that I forgot to obey and honor my parents. That I forgot to consult the Lord. And that leads to the first thing that we need to do. And number 1, you must consult the Lord. Nung naka-recover na ako from that accident, mas na-enlighten ako kung ano ba talaga yung will ng Panginoon sa akin. This includes praying according to His will. The thing na una ko dapat ginawa, I asked God for wisdom. Then dun na na-impress sa akin ng Lord na magturo na ako. I prayed, sabi ko, Lord, direct me and lead me to where should I go. And then I remember my college friend na nagtatrabaho sa isang private school. So, chinat ko siya. Sabi ko, baka may hiring sa kanila at kailangan ng English teacher. And so, nag-apply ako. Nakapasok ako, and it was a smooth process. Na-enjoy ko yung teaching. Masaya na rin yung parents ko. Hanggang sa natapos ko na yung 2 years contract ko doon. And since wala pa akong license at hindi pa ako pumapasa sa LET exam, ay hindi na ako pwedeng mag-renew ng contract because that is their rule. Hindi ako nakaramdam ng takot kasi mawawala na ako ng work. Instead, nag-pray ako, sabi ko sa Lord, Lord, kung kalooban mo po ito, alam ko kayo din po ang magbibigay ng bagong trabaho sa akin. And true enough, nakapasok ako sa isang private school ulit. And actually, ang bilis lang ng mga pangyayari. And sobrang na-enjoy ko naman yung stay ko doon and yung teaching. Everything because dumaan sa tamang proseso. Alam nyo, the only way to know if our decision is right is when we follow the right process. We consult the Lord first, ask the Lord for wisdom, trust the Lord who is gracious and willing to answer our prayers, pray according to His will, and that includes asking for wisdom to know His will and asking in faith to trust His will. Tandaan natin, kung para sa atin, hindi naman nahayaan ng Lord na maging against ang buong mundo sa atin. We also need to honor our parents by listening to them and obeying them. They are actually God's instruments to lead us in the right direction. And that's the time that we will experience peace of mind and peace in our hearts. Again, you must consult the Lord, you must have your parents' approval, and number 3, you must have peace. So that's it. I hope may natutunan kayo from this video, and I also want to know your reactions and your stories, so you can comment down below, and please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Remember, you are loved. God bless.